Become an intellectual. Don't wait for knowledge. You have to learn on your own. We've been spoon-fed baby food at school when we hungered for steak. The bits of meat that you did let slip through were pre-chewed and tasteless. From the Conscience of a Hacker by the Mentor. Schools are humanity's greatest idea, and when done right, the simplest thing in the world. Real schools just require individualized instruction and honoring talent, curiosity, and pace of learning. They also have to pay the student as an investment in the future, so that no child can ever be controlled by threat of poverty. Fear and stress disable learning, because real education is about great comfort. When you get to choose what you learn next, you are just having fun, and all the time. You don't want to leave school to go home. You have projects that you care about. You may need to stay late to finish some programming thing, or wait for your 3D print to finish, or even just sit there watching your CNC machine cutting out your fancy new wallet. You see, programming, 3D printing, and CNC machining all involve mathematics in a super interesting way. In programming, you will want to learn how to programmatically create 3D objects. Manual modeling a wallet or some precision device will seem silly as you peck at all your vertices. Stop it! Programming Boolean geometry is so easy that you won't be able to stop merging and subtracting shapes to create precision stuff. Generative jewelry, self-configuring knives, and 2D cutouts out of meshes generated by AI that people can screw together with tiny little precision screws to create awesome robots and animals and other things. When you have a reason to learn math, you see, you just navigate the good parts of it and love every bit. You don't want to leave a real school just to sleep in your bed. And there are no grades, because every one of your discoveries is perfect and infinitely precious to you, as it makes you more powerful. The schools we have today are completely unfinished, and people use that to make a profit. You can't really learn math by going to a math class. You can love mathematical machines, and when you love enough of them, you become better at whatever it is that entices you to need all those math machines or programs. The truth is that a class labeled as math that forces you into dumb story problems is a crime, a betrayal and an insult. Even an attack, because it destroys your private personal curiosity and creativity. You have been betrayed by people who didn't know any better, precisely because their education was ineffective. And unless you start learning for real and inherit your intellectual inheritance from thousands of narrated books, from the philosophers, the knights, the ladies and gentlemen, and the intellectuals, you too will be blind to what is eating the world, and you too will betray. Just like those that have betrayed you, all you will be able to say is, How was I supposed to know? You understand? You can't let fake school get in the way of your real education, as that is how graduation will make a fool out of you. You have to find what interests you. It will be about 10 things, and start the learning cycle, where you hop from one to another in a way that makes sense to your brain, enhancing all as you learn from each. Once you saturate the subject, you switch to something that will bring you relief or more joy, and carry on until you are ready to return to where you left off, one by one, revisiting each of your curiosities. New ones will come, the conquered will fade, and in return, you will rise. Not just aging, but growing up. Do not let the men who sold the world win. Do not let the manipulators and opportunists stress you into a worker. Rise and rise again until you become a great being.